Hi, this is Trevor, and welcome back once again to our weekly tarot card video. Today is Thursday, June the 25th, 2015. And once again, I'm coming to you from my cozy little reading studio here at 161 Stafford Street in Winnipeg. And for information about how to book a reading with me in person, as well as different aspects of my work, these tarot videos, all in a table of contents order, as well as some articles that I've written, I encourage you to visit my website at trevorsense.com. And I always include the link for that underneath these videos, so you'll find it there. And without further ado, I'm shuffling the remaining cards. It's going to be a very small little pile. And let's see what our card of the week is. Ooh, it's a doozy. The Nine of Swords. And talk about a dramatic image. And again, let's talk a little bit about the detail and the symbolism that Pamela Coleman Smith put on the cards under the direction of Arthur Edward Waite. And the Nine of Swords is pretty heavy. We see this figure sitting up in bed, holding their head, and definitely a feeling we get just in looking at the card. It kind of is a bit self-explanatory. There's a feeling of trauma. There's a feeling of that 3 o'clock in the morning stress. And again, very important details. Let's look a little more closely. Here, carved into the side of the bed, are two figures fighting a duel. So that's there in that sleeping chamber. And then all of these astrological symbols in their combinations, those indicate war. So here we have someone who is recuperating from a sense of trauma. And although the deck itself uses this medieval imagery, we think about, around the time that it was created, around the time of the First World War, when soldiers were coming back from the front, and they had a condition that at that time, was called shell shock. They're coming back and they're hearing the bombs exploding afterwards. So nines, again, when we look at the positions in the Celtic cross and we look at what the nines all have in common, they're that state of near completion. If 10 is that sense of outcomes and that sense of what kind of comes into fruition, 9 is like that pause on the threshold. It is that state of near completion. But there sometimes is a resistance. There's this sense of saying, I'm not feeling I can let go here. I'm feeling like I got to hang on to something. And nines can sometimes have to do with the unconscious patterns that we can become aware of. We can choose to shut those patterns down. Or if those patterns are serving us, we may choose to let them go on running. Right? And they can be a kind of self-fulfilling prophecy. That's where position 9 in the traditional 10-card layout of the Celtic cross is our hopes and fears. So it can be what we project for ourselves, what we are kind of setting in motion. So what comes up on a 9 can sometimes be a strong indicator. When I look at the Nine of Swords and we have that sense of surviving from battle and coming into a new chapter of our lives, but finding we're still hanging on to those things, we sometimes have to bless that reaction that got us this far. I have some friends that I met here in Winnipeg that have since moved on. They're living very happy lives, but they were refugees. And when they first came to Winnipeg, having come from a place where there was war literally going on, if they were walking down the street and they heard a car backfire, the big one would throw the little one on the ground. And what they used to say when they encountered those reactions was, but we're here now. We're here now. And being able to see and understand that those reactions kept them alive during one period, but we're here now. So the Nine of Swords is sometimes where we can recognize that we have those patterns that we're still carrying, and we can say, but we're here now. We can, in some ways, use that experience constructively. We can be understanding towards other people. We can know that we're not alone in terms of having those experiences, but we're here now. We're in a place where we can draw on that experience in a useful way, but it does not have to dictate things. So, kind of a heavy card. I think a lot of people are kind of carrying a sense of some struggle. And there's certainly been, if you watch the news, a lot going on that can really sometimes trigger or bring to the surface our reactions from past trauma or our fears and our projections. But we're here now. We're in a place where we can see those things, understand those things, and they don't have to rule. So, again, kind of a challenging and a heavy card, but I hope everybody's enjoying the sunshine out there. It's a beautiful day. Look forward to sharing more with you next week. And one thing about getting a difficult card out of the way, it can't come up again. Not in this sense, but we can draw on that experience. So, looking forward to a brighter card for sure next week. Take care and bye for now.